Welcome to In the Kitchen with Dinah. Today I'm going to show you the very best blueberry muffins.
Someone's in the kitchen with Dinah. Someone's in the kitchen, I know. Someone's in the kitchen with Dinah. Gonna taste good, I know.
So if you'll remember from my last episode of tatertot casserole, I mentioned that we always serve them with blueberry muffins, and today I'm going to show you how to make those delicious blueberry muffins. We're going to start with a topping because there's a delicious strudel topping on top. This is optional, but it really knocks it out of the park. So we've got a 1/4 cup of butter. I'm going to add 1/2 cup of sugar and 1/3 cup of flour and 1½ teaspoons of cinnamon. And just use a pastry cutter and cut this together. This takes a second. When you're first starting out, you want to keep your pastry blender kind of cleaned out so that butter can get worked into the flour and sugar and make that streusel topping. If you heard that, that was the dog. I think there's a bird in the backyard.
No, come lay down. You don't need to get the bird. Come on.
All right, so keep working that strudel topping until it looks like this, kind of like wet sand. All right. We're going to set that aside. Now we're going to do our blueberry muffin batter. So we're going to start with all the dry ingredients to get those mixed, and then we'll add all the wet. So I've got 1½ cups of flour and 3/4 cup of sugar. Got 1/2 teaspoon of salt. And it looks like 2 teaspoons of baking powder. Okay, so we're going to give that a mix. It doesn't have to be perfect, just kind of you want to incorporate it all. Okay, then I kind of make a well in the middle. Now we're going to add our wet ingredients. So in here I've got 1/3 cup of milk, and I'm going to add 1/3 cup of oil. And I just usually mix it all together in one container and then add my egg and combine it well. So if I've got 1/3 cup of milk, I'm going to go 1/3 cup of oil, which takes you to the 2/3 mark. And we're going to add the egg in. Then I just mix this together. It's just easier than dirtying 15 measuring things. Okay, and then I'm going to also put my splash of vanilla in. Probably like 1/2 teaspoon to a teaspoon, depending. All right, so we're going to add the wet to the dry. And then I just kind of bring in the dry ingredients from the outside and incorporate it really gently. And I kind of scoop all the way around and come under, kind of fold it in together. This is a very thick batter. So when I get it almost mixed, I'm going to add 1 cup of blueberries. You can totally use frozen if that's what you have. If I can get fresh blueberries, I usually use them. All right, so these are just mixed. There's a tiny bit of flour showing, and that's okay. All right, get all that muffin mix off. I'm just gonna go around here. That looks great. Okay. Move some of this stuff out of here. So I've got a greased muffin pan and my largest cookie scoop, which I believe is a muffin scoop. Just gets the perfect portion in every muffin tin. You just want to fill these. These muffins really go so deliciously with a tater tot casserole. You got the sweet, crunchy top of the blueberry muffin with the savory tater tot casserole. And I don't know if it's because us kids were so hungry when we were camping that we just love them so much, but I have always served them with it, and my kids expect it now, so it's just how we roll now. Okay, I've got a tiny bit of batter, so I'm just gonna like spread it over. Okay. Now we're going to take a spoon and kind of flatten these out a little. Just make some room for this strudel topping. Don't worry, they'll still puff up. All right, this makes a lot of strudel topping, so you can use it all or not. I just usually put 1 scoop on. These would be lovely for a breakfast or brunch too. Okay, now we're gonna put these in a 400-degree oven for about 20 minutes. All right, let's check these muffins. I'm just gonna tap them here. Oh, they're perfect. They smell delicious. All right, these are piping hot out of the oven. So we're gonna wait for just a second. And if you time it right, you should be able to get your tater tot casserole and these muffins out of the oven at the same time, because the tater tot casserole takes 40 minutes, these take 20 minutes and a couple minutes to make. So when they come out, I always like to use my offset spatula, get them out of the pan. And don't touch the blueberries because they are super hot. Just put them on a serving plate. All right, we've got enough out to taste here. These are so delicious, you really don't even need butter on them. I'm gonna crack this one open. It's piping out hot steam. You can see all those blueberries in there. I'm not going to take a bite of that. That would about kill me.
Way too hot.
Way too hot, but so good. So delicious. The crunchy strudel topping with the cinnamon and all the juicy berries. It's so delicious. I hope you try these, and if you do, comment below. Make sure you subscribe and share this video with a friend. Thanks for watching today, and I hope you enjoy your blueberry muffins, and have a great day. Are we good to go?
I think so.
Okay.
She always gets the nerves.
I know! Muffins out of the oven. What were you doing?
Taking the muffins out of the oven. Oh, I waited. I started too early again. Many much minutes. Denny, is there a bird out there? You trying to get a bird? Or a squirrel? You gonna get him? You ready? Okay, here we go. Ready, set. Go get him, get him, get him.
Gonna taste good, I know.